Reacher works undercover for Richard Beck, the apparent owner of a rug company called Bizarre Bazaar, and makes friends with Beck's son Richard, who is severely scarred from being kidnapped before. Reacher stages another kidnapping with the assistance of his new DEA friends Susan Duffy, Guillermo Villanueva, and Stephen Elliot so that he can intervene and save the day. The first 3 episodes of Reacher Season 3 demonstrate that the acclaimed Prime Video series is still relevant today. Reacher's first 3 episodes, Persuader, Truckin', and Number 2 with a Bullet, all feature this level of deft deception. In previous seasons, Alan Ritchson's title character was an unstoppable force that was immune to boundaries and the law, making his undercover appearance in Season 3 one of the best iterations of the classic action hero. Reacher must not only use his experience and tactful knowledge, but also remain undetected by Beck, his head of security Chapman Duke, and his enormous bodyguard Polly. One of Reacher's most ingenious and unexpected maneuvers in the series is the opening sequence of Season 3, which is a direct copy of the first chapter of Lee Child's 2003 book Persuader. Even more satisfying was discovering at the end of Episode 1 that it was all a complex ruse to befriend Richard Beck and kidnap his bodyguard. To end the premiere in style, Reacher takes out what might be the smallest cell phone in the world and says, "I'm in," to Susan Duffy, one of Boston's best. While many of the logical aspects of the series can feel rushed and forced, making Reacher's character seem more like a machine than a human being, the first 3 episodes of Season 3 are no exception, with Reacher working his way to becoming Richard Beck's head of security in a matter of days. Therefore, the best way to enjoy the show is to ignore these potentially unrealistic areas of the narrative. Fans of Reacher know to suspend their disbelief when it comes to certain elements so that the show can arrive at great twists and intriguing developments. In Season 1, Reacher was a master at tracking down the people who killed his brother Joe. In Season 2 of Reacher, he was shown as a member of a select circle of military colleagues, including Maria Sten's Francis Neagley, who are the closest relatives he has left. Even though these 2 earlier missions were exciting and tense, every enemy Reacher had previously encountered appeared to be easily defeated. However, with characters like Beck and Polly, Season 3 ups the ante by introducing the most formidable antagonist the series has yet to feature. In contrast to the rather predictable formula of the program, Reacher is more vulnerable than ever in Season 3. Raising the stakes and the degree of opposition rips away the pre-existing layers of Reacher's superhuman invincibility and for the first time in the series, makes one wonder if he can handle the challenges he faces. Reacher is forced to be more cunning and covert under imminent strain as a result of Polly's growing physical strength and Beck and Chapman Duke's hostile cruelty, which makes for an intense viewing experience. Season 3 puts Reacher in his most dangerous situation yet, forcing him to use a range of psychological and physical strategies to keep his head above water. Reacher's main target, Xavier Quinn, is revealed to be using a new alias, and another high-level opponent, Julius McCabe, is introduced in Reacher Season 3, Episode 3. McCabe seems to be an even greater threat than Beck, Polly, and Duke combined. The season seems to be headed in the right direction after 3 strong episodes. In addition to returning to his iconic look, Reacher faces unprecedented challenges and threats in the Prime Video series. His Boston-based supporting cast offers a fresh cultural perspective and a glimpse into life in a different region of the United States, though they aren't nearly as endearing as Margrave's Roscoe and Finley. Reacher appears to be all business this time, keeping spectators on the edge of their seats and constantly on his toes, just like his opponents from Season 3. Instead than depending on lengthy backstories or romantic side missions to fill out episodic runtimes, Reacher Season 3 seems to be more present than previous seasons thus far. Reacher appears to be all business this time, keeping us on the edge of our seats and constantly on his toes, just like his opponents from Season 3.